Welcome, everybody. I'm here today with a great friend of mine, but most of all, a great leader. I let him introduce himself, your name, surname, and country.
Hello, everybody. Nice to be here. I'm Dario Zoric from Croatia.
And my next question that I'm asking to all my guests is, what is your job?
My job at the moment is CEO of development agency, which help entrepreneurs, not only in Croatia, also internationally. And at the moment, I'm managing 2 incubators and 1 production park in that role.
What was your position before?
I was a consultant. I had my own firm. Before that, I was head of business education and I had 1 business school. Let's say my purpose was always help people, help entrepreneurs through education and consulting.
Based on this background that you are telling us, how did you get there?
I think the path was as any other paths. You're just on that way, like you start with elementary school, in high school, then you think about what next, and you just select one of these paths. I would say that most important thing as a path in my life was the moment when I realized that I'm people oriented and I want to work with people and managing the team, the processes, the projects. And that started like that.
When did you realize? When was that moment?
I think that there was a lot of moments like this. I think that some of the moments were my high school, then some of the moments there was when I was faculty, and then some of these were my international experience. So it's a lot of moments that I can say that there was something that changed my life for better.
Mentioning the international experience also because it's a place close to my heart as well, I can recognize your background on the Zoom call. Can you tell us more about your international experience overall, and if you can explain where you are right now?
Yeah, okay. I'm in Croatia, but behind me is Lidermer Library in the States at Lehigh University, where I studied program there, and this was also one of the best experiences in my life. We met there also, so this is also something that I cherish very much. That was an experience that was at that leadership program. I finally realized that my life need to be dedicated in every way to help others in international level, global level.
I follow you as, my friend, but mostly on LinkedIn as a professional. And I'm always amazed by what you do on all these hackathons, and mostly in those times of such a huge crisis we are facing. And I think that this is also related to your people-oriented side and helping others. Can you tell us more about this?
Yeah, thank you. Let's say that from March till now, I did around 15 hackathons. It's an online event. I'm calling my giving back to the community. We start with Croatia Versus Virus hackathon. It was in top first 5 hackathons in the world. We started very naive. We didn't know how it goes, how we can do virtual event for several weeks online, and then the final for 48 hours. So at the last weekend, in 48 hours, people are creating ideas that can resolve some challenges in the time of Corona. So we start with Croatian one. Then I joined the team for European Union versus Virus. There was 30,000 people on Slack, on communicating platform, where we tried to resolve different challenges that European Union had. And I will just name a few. The last 3-4 ones, there were for MIT. I helped the guys from the States from MIT to work on different topics. Also hackathons. It's always on weekends. It's always 48 hours. Sometimes with different time zones because I work for the hackathons in the States, in India, and so on and so on. But for me, it was a joy and pleasure to work with all of these talented people to work for a better future. And the last 2 that I was working, there was a climate hackathon, the thing about the climate, how climate is influencing my city of Rijeka. And the second one was for Croatian Chamber of Commerce, how we can improve entrepreneurship environment in the time of Corona. All of these hackathons give me hope that people, even they are at home, are willing to giving back their knowledge, their time together for everybody, for the community they are living. So that's the hope that all of us can do something better for the future.
That's really, really inspirational for everybody that will listen to this interview. And I invite all of them, to give back, because it's the only thing that we can do is to help the world to be better, one action at a time. And you do a lot of actions, my friend. Thank you for what you do, really. So talking about leadership at this point, because, thinking about giving back, working with people, what is your definition of leader?
For sure, I think that the leader need to be people-oriented. That person need to listen more than talk. In the same time, be all the time up to date with the knowledge, learning all the time. In the same time, trying to build the communities around the things that they are working with. Because if you don't have community, if you don't have people who at the beginning are following you and afterwards they are leading in front of you, because you cannot be the leader all the time, all these projects that you're working, all these tasks that you need to be done and so on. So you need to encourage others to take leadership position. You need to work with these people and find the best direction together. It was not short answer, but I think that almost everything I covered.
I don't think there's a short answer for this topic. That could be long pages and books and hours of talks. And also what you said, I think that makes a very clear picture of what can be the leader, the ideal leader. And I can see in the description that you gave, I definitely recognize you. And I have hope for the future, as you said before, because I know people like you and like other leaders that we both know that can definitely do better things for this world.
So when I was talking about that leader, I was talking about you, it's because you're my role model for so many years. So just to make it clear, it was easy to count the good things.
Thank you. We are getting to the end of this interview. And as I told you, it was going to be easy for you. What is your relationship with networking?
My relation with networking is that it's always time for networking. So whatever you do, just talk to the people, show the real you to them, and for sure you will find some colleagues, new friends, some people who are thinking the same direction as you. Sometimes you will find people who are also thinking different than you, and that's great, because you need these people also in your life to show you the different perspectives. I will say that networking is my middle name, and I really like it. And that's why I'm working so much internationally, because it's excellent to see how you can deal with other people with different religion, with different background. And you can do it only if you are going globally. Travel as much as you can. And at the same time, in the time Corona, you can travel through Zoom to anywhere. You can see I'm at Lehigh University at the moment, but not I'm in my apartment. So
I'm in a no place right now. So yes,
it's a nice place. You are in some photo studio.
It's my studio.
Yeah, it's studio.
What is the dream with a deadline that you have in your drawer? Something that you thought about, that you really would like to do it, and for some reason you haven't done it until now?
So one of the things for sure that I really want to do is to share my knowledge and share my experience, let's say in 10 years from now, to all the people who cannot afford expensive faculties or schools and so on, and give it that for free. So for sure, it will be some, let's say, the course for business schools that will be special, tailor-made for this kind of people.
Dario, thank you very much for your time. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. It was a pleasure. I know that you are tired and that was a hard and tough day, but thank you for finding the time for me and for this project.
Always. Thank you for having me.